most of the speakers. Shall we get started?
Okay, yeah. Let's get started. Yeah.
All right, so okay, here we start. And we today
So
have
it's time to introduce the EMC proposal to all of us. Yeah, all of you. So let's get the first question about the EMC proposal first. So
no, we have an introduction first. Introduction first,
can
and
you
then the
introduce the
guest can speak.
the EMC proposal to us? Yeah.
Yeah, I think let's start with introductions on our guest speakers. I will start. I'm Alex. I'm actually a co-founder of EMC Protocols. I'm very happy to be here with everyone. I'm based in Singapore.
And my name is Herbert. I'm the general manager for Asia for Divinity Foundation. I'm based in Asia. Previously from Amazon Web Services. So our job is to recruit as many developers and onboard as many great developer teams, such as EMC, into the IC ecosystem as possible.
Hello everyone, I'm Anna. I work with Yumi NFT Marketplace, and I take charge of the BD and operation. So my job is to onboarding talented artworks on Yumi Marketplace and to the Divinity ecosystem. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Malcolm. I'm the co-founder of Itoka. We're building the generative AI for music, and we develop our NFT for the IP management on ICP as well.
Okay. So basically, we have the introduction for everyone ready, and we're gonna have the project introduced to everyone. So let's say hey everyone first, and welcome to the Twitter Space event for the ICP ecosystem layer 2 project. So the EMC is over past few months, the field of generative artificial intelligence has been a lot topic. The global popularity of ChatGPT has sparked a wave of AI advancement. The OpenAI have released a high anticipated ChatGPT-4 model, and Google has introduced generative AI across its entire workspace suite, as we know. And also, Microsoft has integrated its Power Generative AI tool, saying as Copilot, into the Microsoft 365 suite, and breakthrough version and cutting-edge integration are constantly emerging. So at the same time as business begin to recognize the value of AI and automation, and the necessity of adopting this technology to remain competitive in the market, the pace of AI development and adoption is accelerating. So despite the seemingly smooth progress in AI development, there are still potential challenge and bottleneck that need to be addressed. As we know, as more and more business and consumers embrace AI, there is a bottleneck in computing power. The computational requirement of AI system double every few months. So while the supply of computation resources struggle to keep up, well, additionally, the cost of training larger scale AI model are continued to soar. So with an annual growth rate of approximately 31 percent, 100% over the past few decades, while the increasing cost of resource demands for developing and training cutting edge AI system are leading to centralization, where only entities with significant budget can conduct the research and production of models. Well, however, some projects based on encryption technology are building decentralized solution to address this issue by utilizing open computing and machine intelligence network. Well, welcome to the inaugural Twitter Space event of our Age Matrix. Well, Age Matrix is the layer 2 solution based on the Internet Computing Protocol ecosystem. In this Twitter Space, we will introduce what EMC is and its innovative aspect, the application of AI generative by computing power, and why ICP was chosen as its layer 2, and how ICP and EMC will interact and support each other. Well, this season is packed with valuable insight and opportunity, and we encourage everyone to share and retweet our event. So basically, we have 5 main questions. And the first question, Alex, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. The first question for you is what is the current progress of the EMC protocol and the real demand for AI generative by computing power and its practical use? Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, host. Yeah, first and for all, I think I want to really share and thank you to ICP and with Herbert representing here. Um, EMC, we share the same vision of world computers, and we share the vision that everything in the Web3 is decentralized and not controlled by any huge organizations like what you mentioned, Google's, even OpenAI. We want to have that luxuries of enjoying the latest tech and at the same time embracing the decentralizations. So with that, let me share what we have come up. So EMC protocol, as I mentioned, we are actually working on a project that's going to be providing computing power for the AI and AI's use case. So on our current progress, we are making a very significant progress. We have completed the design of the node protocols and computing power mining for EMC. So guess what? You're going to have miners that providing computing for AI, and it's an on-chain AI that we are working together with ICP to provide the capabilities of AI applications. So we have also achieved the integration of EMC network and an IC canister contract. That put us in a very good position to launch our testnet on May the 10th. So it's coming up actually tomorrow. And the testnet that we are launching will be lasting for 2 months. And for everyone in the call, and please also spread out. During the testnet period, before we transitioning to the mainnet, we're going to we have 3 million tokens that we are preparing for the computing power rewards. So what it means is for participants in our EMC protocol and network to provide computing power, they will be able to get the first batch of the token distribution based on the computing power that they provided. And the miners, by working on EMC protocols, they'll be able to provide AIGC services. So AIGC stands for AI generative content. And we already have a couple of frameworks that we're working on, but the first one to launch in a testnet will be Stable Diffusions, which is a very popular open architectures and an open framework for AI based on generative of artworks design. And this is going to be live on testnet tomorrow. And after transitioning to the mainnet, we will offer more AIGC application and AGI model training framework. So for those developers and our friends, it's focusing on AI research, you are now able to run your AI framework, machine learning, based on some of the ready-made solution on EMC protocol. So with the launch of our marketplace, together with our mainnet, we'll be launching where miner can trade their computing power and to earn even more additional income. So AI framework plus AI computing power is a one-stop solution for a lot of the AI models that are currently running on the market. So for the testnet deployment of EMC, which is already completed, we included the validation nodes, our routing nodes, and computing power nodes. So we have also run a platform. Actually, a test platform has been running for over a month now, called Chatbox. For everyone on the call, and Chris shared on, it's a free computing for now. You can use it. The URL is chatbox, chatbox.fun. So it's running fully on our testnet. It's a decentralized computing, which is served as an AI aggregator and incorporate some of the models that we're planning, but two models is already up, which is Stable Diffusion, and LLM models is like ChatGPT. So you can test it on. It's running on 8 nodes that are currently on our testnet. So furthermore, we are currently also developing a contract accounting for ICP contracts. The first batch of mining beta testing will be commenced on 10th of May when we launch a testnet, and tutorial and relevant information will be shared on our social media platform later. So EMC networks, what is it really offering is, because we partner with ICP, it's actually offered without gas fee. I think that's probably one of the best features that you could hope for in a Web3 world, where users who use the network will never need to figure about whether they will have the gas fees and need to top up their account. So you can actually use it without gas fee and make it convenient to onboard Web2 users on the Web3 world through our AI application. And what I can share with you is, currently we already have the application that reach out to more than 10 millions of university students in China as some of the users. And at the same time, we just signed a memorandum of understanding with partners in Southeast Asia. We are working on AI, DAPP applications. They are providing AI videos, digital twins of yourself, and it's actually meant for social fi as well as the what we are currently working on, a social commerce platform. So there will be a huge usage models they're going to work on based on AI generative content for social commerce and social fi, and our user base is going to grow tremendously. So just imagine that, like, I can give you some numbers as a fraction. We have 7 million KOL, which will be using the platform. And the KOLs, after generating their AI content based on EMC protocol, which the end users can, well, that applications can run on ICP, they would be able to share it to their Twitter fans or through their fans, and their trends is going to come back and share the same ability of generating their AI GC contents. So we are expecting a huge growth in the network coming up in the next few months. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for the answer. And we have the second question is about the creativeness. Is about like what are the innovation of Age Matrix?
Well, I think for most of the people on the network, there are a lot of developers as well. We all know that what we're referring as a Web3 today, or most of the layer one, as we have experienced over the last 5-10 years development, it's a traditional chain that focusing on very simple business logic. What it means is it's primarily centered around transaction recording, right? Or the usage is pretty much surrounding DeFi, journals recording. None of this layer one, except one that we have evaluated, have the ability to run application on chain. And everyone would know this is ICP, right? The World Computers. So with that, sharing the same vision of world computing, EMC is now working with ICP to build a layer 2 network that are complementing to ICP, where we will be able to run an AI on chain, right? So you will be able to train your models, and you will be able to deploy your web services based on ICP So everything will be running on a decentralized network without gas fee. So what it means, like what I've shared with you earlier, the application that we're going to launch, the users would actually see it as very similar to a typical Web2 users. Like most of the very popular AI GC platform that are already available in the market today, there are lots of them, right? And Mid-Journey, something like Mid-Journey, something like DID, it's very popular. So we're going to have a very similar products or solution. They will be running on ICP as their web services for front end and running on chain on EMC, AI on chain to train their models to provide the similar services, which is a breakthrough from the Web 2, right? So if you're talking about innovation here, it's truly
Yeah.
decentralized. Nobody control the platform.
Okay. Truly decentralized, as we
Okay?
know. Okay. Thanks, Alex, again. And you have a final question. Is about like H Matrix Launchpad. When do we play and the expected price of like the token of it?
Yep. We are working with ICP now to go through the SNS process. So we're expecting to go on the SNS network by end of May. Currently targeted by end of May. And at launch, it will be a token swap from ICP to EMC at 1 to 100. So I think ICP is already growing over the last 3 months. The price is is getting more expensive. So
Mm-hmm.
I think we should now start accumulating more ICP to swap for the EMC token.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks, Alex. And our second host question will like just transform to Herbert. Herbert, how are you?
Hey, Orange, I'm pretty good.
Okay, okay. Like as we know, Herbert is from the Internet Computing Protocol, and the question for Herbert is, well, as the H matrix is the layer two of ICP, and how do EMC and ICP collaborate to develop the market in the Asia Pacific region? That's a big topic.
Yeah, it's a big one, but really, really thank you, Orange, for this question. So, but first of all, I want to congratulate the EMC team, Alex and Zed and Nina and the team about your successful configuration of the testnet. I really can't wait to see the testnet going live tomorrow. That's very. I know you guys. The team went through a couple of days of pretty late nights, burned through midnight oil during the Labor Day holiday just last week. So I really appreciate that, and that sounds like something that probably no one in the entire IC ecosystem has been able to do so successfully until EMC team came along. So that's a tremendous effort. Really, congratulations. And also, just on behalf of I think Definity Foundation, I want to extend a very warm welcome to the EMC team to join the ecosystem of Internet Computer Protocol, the ICP, because this is a very exciting moment for all of us. Um, I just want to, and before I didn't dive into the details for the questions. I don't want to be presumptuous. I see a lot of new friends tonight on this Twitter Spaces with now more than 900 people online. So, just briefly introduce who we are and what we do. I'm from Definitive Foundation. We are the main developer behind ICP or Internet Computer Protocol. ICP is one of the largest and in our view the most advanced blockchain layer one blockchain networks in the world. It has been developed by Divinity Foundation since 2016. So the Divinity team, we have been around in crypto industry, now it's called a Web3, for quite a while. We are one of the earliest teams in this industry. So, in this business, longevity speaks a lot. Longevity is not easy, to be around, to go through all the ups and downs of the different cycles and continue to build. But that's what we are. It took us 5 years to build this exciting layer one network called ICP, where we launched the mainnet. We call that a genesis moment. Almost 2 years ago, May 10. Well, it's actually exactly. I realize this is actually the 2-year anniversary eve for launching our mainnet, because ICP was launched on May 10, 2021. Yeah, that's I actually didn't it didn't occur to me until just now. So it took us a long journey, a very painful journey to get to the point. But we are very proud to report that ICP in the last 2 years, our network has never gone down, not even once. At times, it might be running a little bit slower than we hope, but unlike a lot of other layer one networks, it has never gone down. So in year one of our ecosystem building effort, our main focus was to build a network that works, that doesn't go down, that can handle all the traffic. So in year two, we tried to onboard a lot of developers, and gradually now we are flipping the page, entering into what we call probably the year three of the ecosystem building effort of ICP, and then voila, we have EMC. And that's why this is a really exciting moment, I think, for all the developers and all the investors that have been staying with us all these years, because EMC is very special, right? EMC is a very experienced team with its own ecosystem, with its own community of developers. A lot of them with tremendous of experiences from what we call the Web2 era. But that is really valuable to this business, because I think in crypto in general, the whole industry has been 14 years in running. The challenge is to find a really good use case beyond just financial investment, right? So while in other ecosystems from Ethereum, Cardano, and Avalanche and all that, Solana, all we have seen is the usual. Oh, you have a wallet, you have NFT, you have DeFi, so on and so forth. But I think the industry has been looking for something new, a use case scenario where crypto or Web3 can be embraced by the mainstream audience. So in the last 2 years of ICP's ecosystem growth, we have seen a lot of very interesting projects, focusing different areas, different verticals in DeFi, in social networks, and also in productivity tools. But EMC brought something very unique to the entire ecosystem. That is AIGC, the hottest topic for the moment. And also eventually, I believe this will lead to a path where we can engage not only the retail customers, but also enterprise customers. I came from, as Alex mentioned earlier, both Alex and I, we came from Amazon Web Services. In this industry, if you want to tackle the $4 trillion a year the IT infrastructure business in the world, eventually it's the enterprise that is paying the bill. So as an industry, we need to find a solution that can create products and services that are valuable to those enterprise customers. So I think with EMC's team, with their very ambitious and also very exciting plan of building a layer 2 network on ICP, we are starting to see that that glimpse of hope, where crypto can finally, or I should say Web3 can finally just grow beyond just crypto, beyond cryptocurrencies, transactions, and all that. And that's very exciting for all of us. So I really appreciate the EMC team again for having gone through the effort of evaluating all the layer ones and layer zeros and layer twos, and then in the end choosing the ICP as the settlement layer, as Alex mentioned earlier, where all the assets, the user account information for the EMC network will reside, will reach a consensus, And so that is a great use case of a layer one blockchain network just in general. What kind of value do we bring to the industry? That is security. It's a consensus. And in ICP, we are very proud of having probably some of the most advanced and the most secured photographic technology. We call it chain-key technology that makes our network both scalable as well as very secure. So, for all the potential validators out there that are waiting in line to join the EMC network to become the node providers and all that, you guys can rest assured, because the consensus is reached at a layer one at the ICP mainnet level. We can guarantee that this is as secure as anyone else in this industry can provide. So that is great synergy number one. And also and then the other thing is I want to mention this to all the audience here, is that we have this thing called SNS, which is a way to tokenize your decentralized application, to issue token to do a public sale. And that is a very innovative way, I think, in IC ecosystem, the way we see it, for a lot of project teams to achieve eventual decentralization, where not only you can have your own token, you can have a governance mechanism where people can vote on the major proposals for the product, and also you can pass the control, the ownership of your application to the community. So that is in our view the true version of Web3, and that is already happening in the form of this thing called SNS. And I think I believe the EMC team is now very well situated to become probably the first team from Asia, from the ICP ecosystem, to adopt SNS in the coming weeks. And that is, a great news for the entire, not only just for the global ICP ecosystem, but also for all the developers in Asia, because a lot of us felt that we have always been feeling that Asia has been carrying the boat for the growth of the ecosystem. We have excellent quality of developers in Asia, in both numbers as well. But we are really counting on Asia to become sort of the next launch pad for all the exciting applications that will be born out of our ICP ecosystem. So even though EMC is only the new kid on the block for ICP, but it has already made its presence felt across the board, across the aisle in the IC ecosystem. So we're very excited that they are going to adopt SNS. So in terms of collaboration, that is really key, because that is a key technology from ICP that we believe can empower the future growth of EMC, where EMC is going to basically trailblaze a path for a lot of IC teams to follow. So that's number two. And then just and also quite a couple of things, and Definitive Foundation and EMC teams we're trying to collaborate on, such as we are going to jointly form this ICP Asia Alliance. That is the main purpose is to really have a regional hub based out of Hong Kong, so that we can sort of radiate from Hong Kong and reach all the way up to Korea and Japan, and then southwards all the way to Southeast Asia, where we can have access to the 7 million developer industry from mainland China. And because the main goal for our ecosystem has always been, we need to onboard more developers to join our IC ecosystem. So tonight, I want to welcome all the listeners out there. A lot of you, I think, from the community of EMC. It is please, whatever you have heard about Definitive or ICP, I would encourage you to really take a look at, for example, our white paper, the showcase applications on the divinity.org website, and then compare what ICP has to offer to say Ali Cloud, Tencent Cloud, or AWS. There are many similarities, but it's better. It's more decentralized. It's easier for developers to build. So our focus will be continue to recruit more developers, including hosting the hackathons together, and doing this roadshow across all the tier one, tier two universities in China, in mainland China, and Hong Kong and Singapore, so that we can tap into the young developer talents in Asia. I mean, there's a lot we can do together. I think with a tremendous experience from the EMC team and your existing community. But all in all, we are really looking forward to collaborate with EMC, and then hopefully EMC can open up a gateway for the IC ecosystem to tap into the talents from Web2 world, from China, from Asia, and then together, we can build this exciting layer two, and then eventually the computation power in a decentralized fashion can contribute to all these AI GC related applications in the world. So sorry for rambling quite a bit, but that is my long winding answer to this excellent question. Thank you, Orange.
Well, thank you, Herbert. That's really I can feel you passionate, and well, I want to thank thank you again, and thanks to the ICP team and the EMC team definitely for giving us well, just say give me five, Herbert, and that's a really excellent explanation, and I personally just want to listen more. Yeah, and I think we are all in the like dream or the going way to have all the management to fulfill our dream to build a more useful internet computing system, and thanks to all the listeners again, because we today are hosting event not for just AMA, but for everyone to who are interested in the program, or who are interested to be a builder or a collaborator in this program. We are all welcome. So we are heading to the third question, and it's asking for Paul. Are you here, Paul?
Yes.
Hey, Paul. Well, since Paul is maybe we are heading for the next question and waiting for Paul. Okay, Malcolm, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. I think Paul is online.
Paul is online, but he's not answer, so no
Hear
problem.
me?
We just well, are you brave enough to answer the question now? Because I'm gonna ask you. Hi, Malcolm.
Yes.
The
yes.
question,
I think it probably latency with the Paul. Yeah.
Okay. The question for you is do you think AI music? Okay, AI music of ICP. AI music has a huge market potential. And how can Edge Matrix computing power network help reduce the cost of computing? Well, here's the question for you.
Yes. Yeah. First, I really want to appreciate the EMC for invitation to this space. Before to talk about the cost, I want to lay out some key points for the AI music. So the AI music processing the tremendous potential for variety of reasons. I would like to emphasize the heart of the two main points. So first of all, the AI tools have the ability to support anyone who requires the fast music prototyping, be it for advertisement, video gaming, or even films. So on the top of that, the AI algorithm have made it creating music easier than ever before, allowing those passionate about music to instantly become prompt musicians. So yeah, so looking ahead, the AI technologies on the cusp of the breaking down barriers and democratizing the music creation, make it accessible to everyone. Speaking of the cost, we currently run our music AI models on AWS, which would be quite expensive. For example, on the cheapest instance, which is the P instance, with a single NVIDIA V100 GPU, cost $3 per hour, resulting in a monthly cost around $2,000 for a minimal showcase. Additionally, this is the only one virtual machine and can only cover North America for us. So to deliver a more robust solution, such as the OpenAI API, we would need to deploy more instances globally, which would be even more costly. So it's exciting to see the emergence of the machine learning infrastructure solution like the EMC, which offer the alternative options to AI researchers like us to beyond the AWS. Moreover, I'm very exciting to see how we can manage the AI in a decentralized manner, where we can approach the real community-owned AI bots that can be even go beyond the OpenAI. So best wish for EMC testnet launch tomorrow, and congrats to the team.
Okay. Thank you, Paul. Oh, Malcolm. Sorry, because we are still waiting for Paul, and thank you for the answer again. And I think, yeah, of course, like the Definitive Foundation and EMC team will have the product robust. And Paul, are you here again? So we're waiting for you. Hello, Paul. Hello. Okay.
It looks
Seems
like
Paul
we
is.
cannot. It looks like we cannot hear when Paul is speaking, but some others on the call can hear Paul.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, Alex, are you able to hear Paul? I cannot hear him.
Actually, I don't hear Paul.
Yeah, I can't hear Paul as well.
I can't hear neither.
Paul,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we should leave Paul for the last question so that he can cover up all the technical question coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's
There's.
get Paul to work out his Twitter space while we move on to the next speaker.
okay. Let's move to the next speaker. No problem. Well, Paul is maybe dealing with some technical issues right now, he's already doing hackathon maybe. So we are inviting now the only Anna. Anna here. Anna, are you here?
yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Thank you, distinguished Anna. And well, Anna, the question for you is like Yumi's marketplace, considering a strategic collaboration with the Age Matrix to increase the variety of non-fungible token assets types, and particularly AI generated encrypted art pieces. This is a long question. This is a long question. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you for inviting me. Talking about the idea how Yumi think about the AR work, how Yumi think about the generative artworks, I have to mention that what is Yumi is and what Yumi's vision and mission. So I noticed there is a lot of new friend here, so I want to introduce Yumi more clearly to the newcomers.
Maybe Anna has the same problem. Maybe she's speaking,
Yeah,
but we
I'm
just cannot
speaking.
hear her.
I'm speaking.
I can't hear Anna.
Oh,
She's speaking. She's speaking.
oh,
Okay.
maybe that's just me. I'm sorry.
Just carry on.
I think
Maybe
it's
that's
probably
just
the Twitter space latency.
yeah, maybe that's me. Okay, okay,
No
I'll be
problem.
quiet.
Yeah.
No problem. Let's go
Yeah,
on.
let's go on. But
Your turn,
yeah,
Anna.
but when you ask the poll to be the speakers, I also don't hear the polls. So I think there is some micro problem on the polls mobile. So let's continue. Okay, give poll a little bit time. So I'm going to introduce Yumi. And the Yumi NFT Marketplace is a decentralized and fully on-chain marketplace for digital assets. And our vision is to revolutionize the digital asset market by providing true ownership of digital assets. Our mission is to bring ownership and virtual immersive experience to everyone in the digital goods and asset markets. So at Yumi, we committed to provide innovation solutions that leverage the unique properties of NFTs to disrupt the traditional ways of doing things. We have pioneered several groundbreaking use of NFTs, including fractionalized of physical art ownership, which securely storage in the vault in the Switzerland. And additionally, we have tokenized the gold bars to revolutionize the buying, selling, and trading of gold bullions. So Yumi is always on the looking out of the new and creative ways to utilize the characteristics of NFTs to provide unparalleled value to our customers. At the present, you will see Yumi has a digital marketplace, and we have three sections: Yumi Digital, Yumi Co-owned, and Yumi Gold. At Yumi Digital, we offer the launchpad and secondary marketplace for a lot of crypto projects. These crypto projects can issue the asset in forms of the NFTs. A lot of projects eligible the NFTs to be their asset as a membership, token airdrop for the holders, as an avatar for their apps. There is a lot of use case for the NFTs. And at Yumi Co-owned, we have token fractionalized the physical artworks. If you are interested, you can go to the yumi.io and to have a look about the Julie O'Payne. His artwork is fantastic. And the Yumi Gold is our next virtual part to I want the whole community know and interested about this. And we have tokenized the true golden bars. So if you buy a golden, you will have the true ownership of the golden bars, and we committed to repurchase it. So that's it. That's it about Yumi. So from what I say, I think you already know that Yumi is very welcome to the AI generative artworks because we believe it presents the training and future aesthetics. So I really looking forward to EMS to coming to the ICP and introduce the AI generated artists and artworks to the Yumi and to the ICP. Thank you very much.
Well, you're always welcome, Yumi. No problem. And we have here the answer of Anna. It's really a long question. Let me just repeat it again. If you just join in, Yumi just answered the question of how marketplace considering strategic collaboration with H Matrix to increase the variety of non-fungible token assets type, and particularly in AI generated encrypted art pieces. Well, thanks again, Anna.
You're welcome.
All right. I from my aspect, Paul is still connecting. So okay, let's open Paul's question for every one of us, and I think we have many talented builder here, and Herbert and Alex, I think you may have some explanation or your personal aspect towards the question of Paul's. So, Alex, are you
Hear
here?
me
Can you
now?
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Paul.
Oh, okay, great.
Paul, no, Alex, Alex,
Orange, can you hear Paul? I
Alex.
can hear Paul speaking.
Yeah, we can hear Paul. So Paul is
Okay,
fine.
Paul is speaking. Cool.
Yeah, I can speak.
Okay, so
Yes.
I
It seems
just
Orange cannot hear me.
lay out the question for Paul. And if he's listening, okay, the question for Paul, okay, he seems to be a very technical guy. Okay, the question is, can the internet protocol's crypto crowd vision combined with edge matrix computing power scheduling protocol support the massive application and the prospect of AI in the real world? Okay, Paul.
Okay, great.
Your
Yeah,
time.
it's a great question. Thank you, Orange. Although you cannot hear me. All right. So
Is he
my name is
speaking?
Paul Liu.
Yeah, Paul is speaking.
Okay.
So when I finish, can somebody let Orange know? All right. My name is Paul Liu. I'm from Divinity Foundation. I work with Herbert and a lot of other folks at the foundation to build the Internet Computer Protocol. It's a blockchain, and unlike most other blockchain technologies, we designed the ICP protocol to be really scalable. So maybe let's take a step back to explain our shared vision of world computer, right? Like Alex has mentioned, both EMC and ICP, they share the same grand vision, that is the world computer, which is to run every computation in the blockchain environment. In order to do that, we have to be really scalable, which means most other blockchains like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, they are not scalable because once we put more workload to the network, it becomes congested. And in the case of most blockchains, the gas fee or the transaction fee is a bidding process, right? So who make the most bid will win a chance to make their transactions included. However, that's not true if we can really make the blockchain scalable. So how do we make the blockchain scalable is to go back to the fundamentals, right? So in case of Bitcoin, is a shared ledger where every transaction is recorded on the distributed ledger, which means the only computation on this ledger is transferring tokens from one account to another. We can just think of this as a very simple computation. However, this simple computation has to be repeated on thousands, if not tens of thousands of Bitcoin nodes. So that's why Bitcoin transactions are part of the reason why Bitcoin transactions are slow. And maybe one of the reasons it's why it's expensive as well. It's because the computation has to be replicated in many different nodes. The same is true with Ethereum, right? On Ethereum, there are also thousands of computers that runs the Ethereum Ethereum software, and they have to repeat every transaction, every computation on the Ethereum network. So that's not scalable. To make it scalable, Ethereum also has plans. Well, I should say they had plans to build sharding and build different ways to make it scalable. Now they moved on to a different path of building layer twos. Maybe layer 2 and layer 3 and layer 4. So it's like a vertical scaling. They try to scale the make the computation bundle together and make it fast offline, and then try to only verify the computation on chain. So hopefully that will make it cheaper and make it capable of running more transactions. But that has a lot of limitations. The true scalability comes from sharding, right? Although ICP can do many things, one thing we didn't advertise well enough is that sharding has been designed as the first principles in this protocol. So we are probably the first scalable sharding solution in the entire blockchain industry. Many other chains claim they have sharding. In reality, they may be still building. For example, well, maybe I don't want to name other chains, but ICP, since its launch 2 years ago, it has sharding building, and our chain key technology makes the sharding really scalable because we don't need a lot of data to verify computations on chain. So for one shard to verify computations on another shard, this only requires like a signature verification. It doesn't require you to download all the blocks, all the past history in order to verify some computation has happened. So in that sense, verification is really cheap on ICP. So that's why the scalability is no longer a problem. We implemented sharding. You can have some computation run in one shard, for which we call subnet, and some other computation run in other subnets. And if we have a lot of requests for computation, we can add more subnets to make it scale out. So Ethereum, right now, Ethereum 2 mostly is taking the approach of scaling up, right? It's like vertical scaling. They try to move on to layer 2 and layer 3 and so on and so forth. But the real scalability comes when you can scale out. We don't rule out scale up either, for which we can look at EMC as a layer 2. But fundamentally, you have to be able to scale out in order to claim you have solved the scalability problem. And for that reason, we can make the computation really cheap on ICP, which is also why the computation on IC is measured in something we call cycles, and the cost of cycles is relatively fixed. It's not a bidding process like in the case of Ethereum or Bitcoin. You have to.
Okay. Introduction. Here we are at the Edge Matrix Launchpad, and here we are again. We built another house. It's around 2, and we have Herbert, we have Paul, we have Anna, and we have Alex. And then right now we are facing the problem where not problem, the question heading for Paul. The question, I will just repeat it again. It is, can the internet computing protocols crypto crowd vision combined with Edge Matrix computing power scheduling protocol support the massive application and the prospect of AI in the real world? Okay, Paul.
All right. Yeah. So as I was explaining, to really achieve this grand vision of world computer or running any kind of computation, including AI computation, on a much larger scale, we really have to solve this scalability problem. So to solve the scalability of blockchain, we need both scaling up and scaling out. And ICP has been designed to be able to scale out infinitely. I would say, I would claim it's infinitely scalable in terms of scaling out, because we can keep adding subnets, which is equivalent to sharding in other blockchains terminology, but we call it subnets. So as long as there's demand coming from the user side, demand for more computation resource, we can add new subnets to cater to that demand. But that's a scaling out computation, right? We also need scale up. So that's where EMC as a layer 2 comes in to help scaling in a different dimension. So to scale up, essentially the difference between scaling out and scaling up, well, scaling out is when there's a lot of demand from users. Is there enough computation resource to cater to those user requests, right? So by adding computation resource and allocating new subnets, we can cater to that. But if really a single request is requiring a lot of computation resource to even finish, then we really need specialty hardware, or we need the kind of computation resource management that can efficiently allocate this computation close to the hardware that can perform this computation. So by which we all know that AI requires graphics card because it's heavily it's multidimensional matrix computation, and graphics card is a lot more efficient than CPUs. So EMC protocol actually brings idling computation resource from users who have this graphics card or who have this idling CPU, and they have resource to contribute, but they need work, right? So to get the computation, the workload distributed to a lot of edge computation devices, that requires scheduling, that requires settlement. After the computation is done, we have to make sure whoever provides the resource are paid, right? That requires settlements. And also that requires a lot of coordination between all the different resources. For example, when somebody joins the network, when somebody leaves the network. So a lot of coordination, a lot of things that still require consensus. So that's where layer 1 solutions comes in. They provide the security, they provide the consensus to really make sure the computation is agreed upon by many different nodes in the system without incurring huge computation cost on all of them, right? Because with EMC, the layer 2 solution, we can distribute the workload to individual computers, which unlike the layer 1 solution, that's usually just replicating the same computation on a lot of computers. So that's the difference between scale up and scale out, or the difference between a layer 2 solution, layer 2 scalability solution, and a layer 1 scalability solution. So we're very happy that EMC is bringing another dimension of scalability to the IC network, and then we can combine both of them to make sure this product we're building is really catering to the next generation of world computing, including AI computation, including a lot of other useful computation, unlike the Bitcoin network, where every node, every computer in that network is essentially just doing 99% of hash computation all the time, right? Do we really need that much, wasting that much like resource, computation resource eventually translate to like power usage, right? Do we really need to waste that much of energy into just hash computation, which is just to enhance security? There are many different ways to enhance security. The blockchain technology has evolved to this day, almost 20 years since Bitcoin was invented. So it it's dated technology where a lot of energy is just wasted. We really need to redirect all the energy into the real hardware, computational hardware that does useful computation for the people. So that's what I have to say with this great synergy between ICP and EMC.
Okay, Paul, you are a good speaker because you are crossing the universe, you know. There is round 1 and round 2. You are the beginner and you are the finisher. Okay, thanks, Paul, again. So here we
Hey,
have
Orange.
another new section. Yeah, we have another new section because we have a round 2 because we could
Hey,
find
Orange. Paul just
more
finished.
possibilities in communicating. Herbert, what are you saying? Herbert, hello. Anybody listen? Hello, hello. What? I have the mic on.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Just not hearing Herbert.
Herbert. Okay. Well, we're just saying. Okay. Because we have the next round. So here is the round 2. Everyone, we have the round 2. So we could basically add it for more questions or anyone wanting to speak something. You could have the time and you could have the platform for yourself. So basically we could have like more feel free speaking right now, like from the decentralized, the listed. Okay, anyone who could want to say something, who got any more questions, you could Herbert or Alex or Malcolm and Anna, if you want to have another speeches, you could just go.
Yeah, I would say something. Okay, I think I wanted to share what I feel coming from a Web2 world. Because Herbert has shared, both Herbert and I, we were working for AWS, which is a typical Web2 world. And everything is so expensive. I see a lot of forums saying that once you get on AWS, you will get broke one day because it's getting so expensive to run on cloud. And never to say that AI is even more expensive, that even you have to queuing up for the GPU power. So this is really a painful point that's stopping the evolution of AI usage to help build a better world. I think we have a big agenda here, right? How do we make use of the AI technologies to help build a better world? This is really beyond just a Web3 question. And the best and the beauty of this is if we can really make the AI framework and the computing power accessible through decentralized way of the Web3, I think we're going to change the world. So this is a change the world question that I really inspired, and I hope that I will share with everyone. And imagining, when I wake up one day, everything that I use on AI to help generating, um, services that can help to make my living, and I do not need to pay for it, or I can get subsidized from a social 5A share to earn, and then from what I earn, it's enough to pay for the computing services, and where the miners who provide the computing services for me just serve like a Uber driver that they get what they're paid. I mean, what they have provided as a computing services. This is a completely new world, and everything. It's like we are really in a space of changing the ball game. I mean, it's just something that out of my mind I wanted to share with everyone.
Okay, thanks, Alex. So we are calling closing now, and okay, let me speak. The essence of the Web3's 10-year development lies in the evolution of assets type. So as everyone know, each round of the innovation brings about the discovery of new forms of assets. Well, however, today issuing assets or capturing company through assets will have higher barrier. It is not as simple as having a protocol or a simple DeFi platform to discover or create innovative assets. Well, it requires combining blockchain with real technological trends, just like H Matrix does, as the decentralized computing power network and computing power trading market in the layer 2 of ICP. Well, Edge Matrix facility convenient and efficient, and its cost-effective connection between decentralized AI application and decentralized computing power. So, with the rapid adoption of AI, larger scale, and practical implementation of Web3 becomes possible. I think helping people enter the AI era more fairly through Web3 and seize opportunities for the time. Well, thank you all the guests and friends for supporting this live event today. This event has been a great success, I think, and we have round 1 and round 2, and we have pressure. We have all the negotiations and all the sparkling ideas just coming together. And we hope that the H Matrix project as an layer 1 project in the ICP ecosystem can do even better. Well, we hope providing a more prosperous ecosystem for ICP and the more opportunities, of course, for everyone. So we encourage today all of you, the listeners, to be a builder and to get involved and give valuable insights. Well, thank you once again.
Thank you, Orange. Thank you, EMC team. Yeah,
Thank
let's
you.
build a future together.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation. It was a great discussion.
Thank you, Paul and Herbert.
Hey, no problem, Alex. All right, thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Take it easy. Out.